Hello, Ian.
Oh, how you doing? Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. Although you say virtually, we're getting used to this, aren't we now?
This just seems the norm, doesn't it? This is how we just see each other. It's like watching everyone on TV.
Yeah. So I see lots of your pictures in the background you've taken.
They are my pictures, yeah. So there's a few from Glastonbury. This is Damon and Alex from Blur. You got Kasabian up there, Biffy Clyro, Guy Garvin from Elbow. Who else is up there? Pete Doherty, Amy Winehouse. There's quite a few up there.
Excellent.
I like to have a little gallery of stuff that I've done.
Wow, really, really good to see. And I've known you for a number of years now, through friends and football and things like that. And so for those that don't know you, if you'd like to just introduce your business and what you do, really.
Okay, so my name's Ian. I'm from Taunton. I run 360 Southwest. The business is about 18 months old now. Before that, I was a commercial photographer. And in a town full of commercial photographers, it's very hard to try and be different. So I was looking for ways that I could offer something else that nobody else was offering, and discovered the 360s, fell in love with it, absolutely love doing what I'm doing and the way that it helps other businesses. So decided I'd launch the sort of standalone 360 business as 360 Southwest. So yeah, it's going really well so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's great that you've made that decision to do that, because you're like a Google trusted partner and the training for that. And now, like you say, I mean, I've worked with you and a number of projects with clients with the photography, and as you say, there's lots of people doing that, but it's evolving your business. You mentioned 360. For those people that don't know what the technology is, can you explain what it is, how it works, and maybe some of the clients you've worked with and how it's benefited them and their businesses? That would be great.
Yeah, sure. So 360 means, I just refer to it as 360, but 360 degree photography. So instead of looking at a photograph, which generally looks in the direction of something, it's a collection of photographs all stitched together that allows you to look all the way around. So you do a complete 360. So it's almost like a photosphere that you can look up, down, left, right, all over the place. So from that 360 photography, we can build virtual tours. So similar to what you see on Google Street View, but with a lot higher quality. And as you say, we're Google partners as well. So everything that we do can be uploaded to Google Street View and Google Maps, Google Earth. So it's really great for people's Google profile. If you're, for example, searching for a business, any business with 360s will appear naturally higher up the rankings, so organically, rather than sort of just that of normal photography. The Google are trying to push the 360s now as well. So anybody who's got them on the profile will naturally do better through search. What we also do is we can build bespoke 360 virtual tours. So looking at the sort of the client list, we've worked with Hesticombe House for their weddings, Somerset County Cricket Ground. They had a big virtual tour built of the ground for looking at their meeting packages and their wedding sort of packages that they offer as well. We worked with a company called Beaconside House, who are based down in Barnstable, so just over the border. Again, that's another wedding venue. So it works for all sorts of places. I've worked with some Airbnbs now as well to try and get some virtual tours of Airbnbs going, as well as local hotels and other stuff as well. So lots of varied different businesses.
Yeah, that sounds great. And I've looked at a few of them, the Hesticombe one, where so you can and you can not only just have a tour around them, you can click on things, it can be interactive. And I guess now more than ever, we do lots more research, don't we? So we go and check somewhere out, and we're quite nosy as people, aren't we? So we like to go and have a little look around places. So is there?
Yeah, I think there is a stat that Google have released, and it's something around the 70% mark. I can't remember exactly what it is off the top of my head, but 70% of people will look for a virtual tour before they actually interact with any business in any way. So even if it's, you're looking to buy paint from, a hardware shop, if they've got a tour, 76% of people, something like, will have a look around the virtual tour first.
Yeah, and I know it works.
It's becoming more and more.
Oh, you've come back now. You went a bit robot. Are you back? You're back now. I think you're back.
Yeah, I can hear you. You all right?
Yeah, good. Yeah. So obviously it works for, you mentioned a couple of big places like wedding venues, sports arenas and stuff like that. But you've also worked with small shops or services, and I think you work with a funeral director and various different people.
Yeah, Crescent Funeral Services in the Crescent, they've had a virtual tour done. That's one of the more random places that I've done. I've done a few tattoo parlours. Well, yeah, all sorts of random places, really. Furniture makers, solicitors. So even if you've just got an office, you can have a virtual tour done of it. It's not going to look as amazing as, you know, as Heston House or the cricket ground. It's great for SEO and for pushing your website out there to more people.
Excellent. So I guess at the moment, your kind of business is stopped or slowed, or, you know, how are you coping at the moment, or what are you doing to? So
it's slowed right down. I've got a few projects that I've been working on for a while, which I've been able to sort of make good progress into. One that I recorded some footage for earlier today, so I can start sort of putting the finishing touches on that project now, so that can be used. That's for South Somerset District Council, so it was great to get some work, not in Taunton as well, you know, a bit further afield. So that's something to do with the regeneration project in Yeovil Town Centre. So that's going to be a really good one to see now, and then sort of revisit again in a few years' time once they've redeveloped Yeovil, and see how much things have changed.
Yeah, I say it's you know, it's a fantastic technology, and so people get more to grips with using it. And there's, like you said, there's multi-purpose uses for it. And speaking to lots of people at the moment who maybe businesses that aren't, you know, actively able to do anything, or they're having to, you know, their staff are furloughed, etc. There's businesses that I'm working with from a design point of view that are finally getting their kind of headspace to take stock of their own website or their own marketing. So those people that maybe those, you know, whether it's in hospitality or tourism or whatever, there's a chance to kind of almost do a brand audit of your outputs of how people's touch points, how they find your business, and maybe see how you can explore other avenues. I think it's interesting with the SEO thing and how that's had good results.
Yeah. This would be if we were allowed to go out and do some work, this would be the perfect time to go out and sort of create tools that are going to encourage people to get out and spend money again. So any, like you say, leisure and tourism venue, for example, you know, there's loads across the whole of Somerset. People at the moment aren't visiting Somerset, so it'd be a great way to push that from the boundaries of inside Somerset out to the rest of the country, especially right across the southwest. That, you know, come to Taunton, come to Heston. This is what we've got. This is what you can come and see, and that would be a great way to show off. But obviously, at the moment, we're not allowed to go out and travel and capture that footage. But, you know, I'm hoping once the travel restrictions have been lifted, that we can get out there and encourage people to start spending their money locally again.
Yeah, no, that sounds excellent. And there's lots of people who you are able to see what everybody can do to help your business. So there's lots of tips and advice that people are sharing, which is part of the reason of you know, hosting this channel, was to showcase the opportunities for people that maybe are thinking, right, when we want to get back out there and market ourselves, yeah, maybe we need to think slightly different.
Yeah, you froze a little bit then, so I missed the middle bit of that.
Oh, did I?
So
I wasn't.
Can you hear me still?
I was doing it on purpose. I just froze like that. Just winding you up. I wasn't really.
Yeah, it's a great way to show off now. Like you say, taking stock, people can reevaluate what they've done. I've done a load of work on my website as well. You know, it's time to refresh. And I think people will look at stuff differently now in the way that we go forward. Things aren't going to return to normal. There is no normal at the moment. It'll be a case of redeveloping something when we are allowed out, when we are allowed to trade properly again, whenever that is going to be, if it's weeks or months. And it's interesting. I think it's exciting, really. It's almost like we've hit the refresh button and everyone's got to sort of just reevaluate the way they look at things.
Absolutely. And what's important, and how much time we run around like headless chickens and we don't get to do the stuff that we know we need to do, or prioritize different things. So it's been great chatting to you, and you know, having known you these, you know, a number of years and seen how you took the step to evolve the photography, and I'm so glad for you the last 18 months it's gone so well, and seeing some of your examples at networking events of how it's helped businesses. You know, I recommend people to have a look at what you're doing. If they've got any questions, I'll put some details if they want to get in touch to see how it works. You can give some examples. But I'm just going to finish, Ian, on the kind of killer question I say to people when we were back at school if you weren't into photography or 3D tools, what did you want to do, or would you have done different?
So other than being an Oasis,
Right. Okay. Yeah. Not that. No.
I'm not old enough, I don't think. I'd love to have been an architect.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And sort of my love for design and creating things has been, I've always been really interested in it, but now looking back, if I'd have changed one thing, I'd have gone into architecture. Not that I don't love what I do, because I absolutely love it, and I don't really feel like I've got a job, because when you just love what you do, it's not like work, is it? But yeah, I'd love to have a crack at architecture.
All right, that's excellent. Well, you're doing tours of different buildings and stuff, so you get to see all these, and
Exactly.
you get the best of both worlds. You get to see them, and you know, and I guess that's another route, isn't it? With you know, there's where these opportunities are now, with maybe properties where you could work with an estate agent and showcase. You know, estate agent is another route, isn't it?
Definitely, especially if people are looking to relocate to the southwest from afar. You know, if you're a couple living in London and you want to buy a house down in Somerset for your weekends, if you can do a virtual tour of a few properties first, find out what you do and what you don't like, you don't have to waste your time looking at the ones you know you don't like. You know, you get an instant feel for things, can't you, when you're looking to buy a house? If you don't find that love straight away, then you don't waste your time going to see that property. You go and see one of the other ones that you've fallen in love with instead.
Yeah. Well, that's brilliant, and thank you so much for your time. And yeah, so pleased you're doing so well, and good. Hopefully, we'll catch up sometime soon, face to face for a beer.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Sorry for my bad internet connection.
That's all right. Well, this is the joys of technology, isn't it? One of the things I think we've all realised in Somerset, we need better broadband in some of the areas to be. Hopefully, that will be one of the things that gets pushed forward. Is we really need to, if we're going to grow down this Somerset and different areas, particularly I suppose if people are going to be working more remotely because we've had a chance to dip our toe in it, then we really need it more than ever, don't we? The technology. So
we really do. I mean, I've been working from home for 5 years now, and my broadband has always been awful. When I'm trying to upload a lot of my projects, they're sort of well over 2 gig. I either go to like company to use their fast broadband, or the Great Western Hotel use their broadband, and it's just a case of, you know, I have to either leave it overnight for 4 or 5 hours or go elsewhere to try and upload, so it's a bit of a nightmare.
Yeah. Oh, well, great. Well, hopefully, things will change for the better. So thanks for your time. Look after yourself, keep safe, and I'll speak to you soon, Ian.
Yeah, all right, big wave.
All right, bye-bye.
Yeah, cheers.
Bye.